and welcome. Welcome to my DIY channel. Thank Dog We Made It. I'm Jill, and I am the designer and dogwear expert and trainer behind Thank Dog We Made It. So I have to confess that the last couple of weeks have been just absolutely crazy. Things have been a bit bumpy, and I have not been on track for what I had planned for the YouTube lives. But I did want to show up today just to keep you guys in the loop about what's been going on and maybe give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what I've been up to. So first of all, 2 weeks ago, I did a YouTube live, and some of you were on there with me and may have noticed that you couldn't hear a darn thing. And even though I tested my recording device, my microphone, which I really hope is working today, if it's not, please give me the heads up in the chat. But the recording didn't work. And so I did this 45-minute live training and nothing showed up, like no recording. So I'm in the process of re-recording the audio for that so that I can catch you up on what we went over in that session, which was just talking about the fabrics that I'm going to be using for my festive coat, a combination of both waterproof fabric and a nice woolen plaid, and the different fabrics that I'm going to be using, how to work with the grains, the types of sewing needles that I work with, how to find the grain in your fabric. What else did I cover? I talked about just laying out the fabric and the pattern on top of the fabric. And what else did we cover? Just outlining it and getting ready to go. And then what I've been doing behind the scenes is cutting the fabric itself for that coat, and I've recorded that. So next time I go live, which will be next week, I'll catch you up on that coat so that you can sew along and keep going with your festive coat if you've been working on it. But because life got a little crazy last weekend, just this past weekend, I was involved in a lovely, wonderful local holiday market, a craft market, and it's just my favorite one. I only do one now. I used to do a whole bunch back in the day when I used to make dogs' coats and sell them. But now I just do the one because I've been doing it for 10 years now. I helped start this market and I just love it. It's just it's very personal to me. So I do this every year, and I just got overwhelmed with what I was developing for that. So what I thought I'd show you today, most of you probably know that I sew and that I sew dogwear, but you may not be aware of the fact that I also do knitting. And I have some lessons on my website for knitting. And what I decided to do for this market was create a bunch of little, what I call smalls, which are things that allow people to make really quick projects, just either as a present to give to somebody or to do themselves, just as a fun little project. So what I did was I created these really cute little ornaments. So I'm going to show you a few of these different things that I created. This little guy, I'm going to get onto my other camera so I can see what I'm showing you. This little guy is called Bracken Bark. And what I did was I created these beards and this little crocheted nose, little dog nose, and then I created kits for these. So this little guy, as I said, his name is Bracken Bark. So this is the kit that you get for this thing. And inside the kit, you get the beard, which has already got the little nose already in it. And it has this little string on it, a little cord. And then you get for this little guy. And then inside you also get this little package of hardware. So it's got a keychain, and you probably can't see it very well. I really don't think you're going to focus in on that. But there's little hat toppers. And then, of course, instructions. So you've got the card It's really not focusing very well, but the card, there we go. If I hold it still, that's the front. And then that is the back, which has really basic, quick instructions on how to put it together, but it also has a link at the bottom to the full instructions. So enough about the kit. This is what kept me absolutely crazy busy. Mostly creating these cute little beard noses. Now, when I was in the market, my sister said to me, she was helping me set up, and she said, you know what? These make great little finger puppets. And it's not something I thought about, but yeah, they also worked as finger puppets. So this little guy has the kit, has the hat, and it has this little string, as I showed you, the string that comes with it. It also has a keychain, and then there you go. Those are the little hat toppers that the hardware comes with. So I made tons of these, and I have little different little models. So this guy, that one's called Brackenbark. This little guy, let's get his face going the right way. This is Bell Whisper, and that's because she rings. She's got a little bell. Same thing, a little tie at the top and a keychain. And this little guy is called Mossy Mutt. And he has the same thing. He's got a beard. He can be a puppet. He's got the beard. He's got the little muzzle, the yarn for the hat, little string to hang it, and the keychain. And the keychain is there, so hey, you could use it as a keychain, but also you could use it as to hook onto a backpack or something like that. Actually, one woman bought it. She said she was hanging it on her walker. A senior woman had a walker, and so she's got one of these to hang on her walker. So, you know, whatever. Fun little things to do. I also created other types of packages. So these little kits, this one is called Snuggie Sock. And the Snuggie Sock is just a little miniature dog sock. Everything I do, I try to make for dogs, regardless of what the product is. It always has something to do with dogs. So this is just a little mini project. It only takes a couple of hours to do, and it allows you to give a few little treats for your dog. So that's another little kit that I made. And what else did I make? I made a squeaker toy. So let's see. Here is the squeaker toy. Oh, just ignited my dog. Oh, I forgot about that. Oops. Doggy loves squeaker toys. So that is a squeaker toy, and I created, of course, a little kit to go with that. So this one I call Squeak Bark. Oh my gosh, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Do you want to play with that? Want to play with that? Okay, you go get that done. Giving her Squeak Bark. So that's Squeak Bark kit. And I created another one. I called the Fetchling. And this is another one of those squeaker toys, which this time I'm not going to squeak, so I don't drive my dog crazy. But that one had a little kit to go with it, too. So these were absolutely... Oh, what else have I got in here? Oh, the last thing I made, I call Granny Square Pants. So for those of you that might be liking how to crochet things, this is a little poop bag maker, or a little dog bag holder that has a keychain holder on it, so you can clip that onto your leash or onto a backpack or onto your walking bag, whatever it may be. And this is just one simple granny square, which is so fun. I mean, you can literally make this in like half an hour, and it's just a really nice little project. So I had kits for all of these little projects. Last but not least, I have standing gnomes. So these were not dogs, but little gnomes that I made too, and little kits for those. I was crazy busy. It took me longer than I thought to make all those kits. So that is my excuse. That is the reason I was not in live last week, and why I am back today but not showing you the next step of the festive DIY festive dog coat. So I apologize for that. It was not my intention. We will catch up next week for sure. But I just wanted to give you a little behind the scenes look into what is going on in my world right now and the craziness of being a maker. It is, it's the life that I live, and a lot of you may live as well if you are making things and if you're selling things. But even just life gets like that, right? just wanted to pop in here, give you an update, not leave you hanging, wondering what's going on and why I'm not communicating and continuing on with this festive dog coat thing. So next week we will definitely catch up on that. I'm going to be adding the audio to finishing. I've already started adding the audio, but I will finish adding that audio so that you can watch the whole lesson that I created on just cutting out your fabric and laying out your fabric, chalking it out, going over the needles to use, because there's separate kind of needles that you want to use when you're using that technical, the waterproof fabric, and a different kind of needle that you want to be using with your wool or your other natural weave fabrics. And also talking about just how to cut your fabric. So if you're not familiar with grain lines and things like that, just talking about how to find those markings on your pattern, and also how to find that on a piece of fabric. So I'm going to have that all together for next week, and also I will have the cut out pieces, so we'll be caught up in order to show you how we are going to put that coat together. So I'll show you the progress next week, catch you all up to date. They'll all be separate videos, so if you are sewing along with this, there's still lots of time to get that coat done in time for Christmas. But for now, this is all I'm going to talk about today. If you want to ask any questions about any of the festive dog coats that you're making, if you have any questions about that, by all means, please add a comment down below. I did get a comment from somebody last week asking me to talk about, this was not in relation to the lives, but someone asked me if I could go over all the parts on customizing a pattern. So I'm not 100% sure what it was that, if you're listening now or watching this video, I'm not sure what you were looking for, so I have asked for a little bit more clarification on what it is you're looking for. But I do love questions. If there's any problems that you're having while you're making something for your dog, or while you are following any of my videos, or something's not clear, so please, by all means, fire off any questions, and I'm always happy to answer those wherever I can. And if there's any interest in any of these kits that I was talking about, by all means, let me know, because I can sell these. I can make these available. Scout is still crying away looking for her toy, little Squeaky. But yeah, so the kits are available if that's any interest. And if you're interested in knitting at all, go check out Thank Dog We Made It. There is a whole section on knitting, so check that out as well. All right, this is a real quickie. And we will connect next week, Thursday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.